This is the Wrestling Conscious channel where we look into the modern day wrestling era and we be truthful. We need some truth in these streets. That's why we have a conscience. Now let's get into it. Raw, it was a bit meow. Let's discuss and analyze Slam Squad. Now I know WWE is trying to move away from the Vince McMahon era and doing things, so I feel the silly, let's walk into the building, pretend not to see the camera there, look very menacing kind of thing is going to stay. So you know what? I'm going to take off my nostalgia blinders off and just accept it. It's a waste of airtime. Why do we need to see behind the scenes? I just want to have back in the day where you just come out the Titantron, come out a gorilla, and everything was mystique. But mystique is gone in wrestling. Anyway, in the walking, looking menacing, like I'm gonna do business. Rhea was attacked by Nia, and I'm like, this is gonna be a feud. Now, do not drag out this feud and make this feud look very realistic. Now, what's really tricky, analyzing when you have powerhouses or larger women, it's you have to show their weaknesses or make the other opponent, even though could be 2 foot tall, look them as strong, like they do have a chance, like a David and Goliath kind of thing. Now, Rhea Ripley has a bit of height, so it could be, you could make it believable. But because I feel sometimes Rhea Ripley is so wooden in her performances, especially her promos, we go into her promos later, I don't know how believable this is. But what we have achieved, or what Nia have achieved since she came back to WWE, is getting real heat. The fans do not like her, they're reacting to her, so that shows that she's a really good heel. She's doing her job no matter what people say. Wade Barrett is covering for Pat McPhee, whatever his name is. I don't know why. I know he's got a following and he's in sports, and I know that Triple H is trying to legitimize WWE as a sport. But you know, I was just thinking, Corey Graves, it could have been you. You could have covered for him. But no, you had to go online and had to do some stupidness. Come on now. You got too much kids and tattoos to acting like a crybaby. Then we have Jey Uso in the house in your city. Now, I'm so glad the momentum of the Yeet has come back, because the last couple of months, because of the Roman Reigns have hijacked everything, the Yeet was slowing down, but now it's gone back up. Now, I need, if I was a producer for Jey Uso with his Yeet entrance, I'm like, yeah, do your high maintenance thing, get everyone on board, blah blah blah. And what I'm noticing, I'm from the UK, from my accent, if you didn't know, scones and all that kind of stuff. We see when I watch Netflix, I'm so glad Netflix is on, because I have Netflix anyway, and I don't have to get my Raw or Smack now. I don't have to look on illegal websites and get spyware and stuff on my stuff. So I'm so glad that my laptop and my life and my phones are not virus free. I can just go on Netflix. Anyhow, if I was a producer for Jey Uso for his entrance, what I would say to him is, you need to find a way of catching your breath. And I know he has to do Yeet 10 million times, because I don't know what you see in the US. Most of you are US people, and I have Canada, and I have Indian people people from India who watch, and obviously from the UK. If you're from the Canada, India, and from the US, what do you see? Do you see adverts? Because I don't see any adverts, which is great, because I must think that you guys, probably the US market, gets adverts, and we get some random video packages or some random interviews or some random backstage things. So it'd be good to decipher what we actually both see. But anyway, I know that Jey Uso has to extend his entrance to make allowances for the discrepancies of different markets seeing different things, because I noticed when the ring the you see a lot of wrestlers waiting in the ring while other things are happening. So from the TV experience, when I'm watching at home, things are happening like a backstage segment, someone's getting interviewed and stuff like that. But that wrestler's just staying there for like 5 minutes, and the entrance scenes are long, so that's quite interesting. Jay Uso needs to find a way of doing this yeet 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 high octane thing. Get to the crowd, walk a little bit, lie down, do something, catch his breath, man. Because even though he was in the ring for a very long time and there was some like segments or whatever video packet, I can't remember what it was, but there was time take away from the camera of the ring to something else. He still didn't catch his breath. Even when he said he started doing his promo and he got cut off really, really early, Gunther came in, Gunther talked, and Jey Uso was still like blown up. So I was like, It's either you have to do more cardio, Jay, or you need to figure a way how to catch your breath before you talk. I thought the Gunther promo was quite good actually. Everything what he said at first, I 100% agreed with him, and he told him exactly whatever. But I'm gonna feel like they're treating him like another Sami Zayn, man. Don't let Jey Uso be like, oh, the lovable loser. Just make him win something and make it a WrestleMania. Then we go to boring Bailey and Nia Jax. Now, I have nothing against Bailey personally. I think she's a good wrestler. She's good. She's all about women wrestling. I think she's a nice person. But he needs to sort out her character. No matter how much dye she put in her hair, turn it blue, purple, grey, she needs to have something else to enhance her character because it's stale. And I say it about her, and I say it about Naomi. But at least Naomi comes in and she has outfits and she's aligned with Bianca Blair and Jade. Slayomi. But Bailey needs to do something. Nia Jax, blah blah blah. Next we get the New Day and Kofi, Rey Mysterio, and then we have the guy from APA, John Lethal. I can't remember JBL. Let's say JBL. I can't remember his full thing. Why was he there? I know he's from Texas. Isn't Stone Cold from Texas? I'm sure there's other people who are from Texas. Is Shawn Michaels from Texas? Who are from Texas? Isn't Undertaker from Texas? Why we got JBL there? I don't understand. To come for the match for New Day to do what? And he was trying to see that we in the role, the era of in betweeners. Like on commentary, he was being a heel, but towards the New Day, he was being a face. It was very confusing. Like, why are you there? And isn't he signed to TNA? So I don't know what's happening. It's just stupid how JBL was there. Now I've got to tell you a funny story, right? So when I was watching Raw, I was watching segments because you should watch it all in one go, really, really early in the morning before I go work and stuff like that. But I had to split it. But anyway, while I was getting ready for work, my husband was in the room. He does not give two poo shits about wrestling, but he used to watch it like ages ago in Attitude Era, but he doesn't care about it. And there was the backstage bit with Chad Gable and American Made, and I was getting ready for work, and he doesn't know who these people are, and he's like, "What? Why is there a bootleg Kurt Angle?" And I was like, "What?" Now, I just want to say, like, in the backstage segment, if I watched it, they were in black suits. I need to talk about this black suit. We're in the area of corporate black suits. So if they were dressed down, you couldn't tell their personality apart from their silly character work, right? They're dressed down, don't have the American, like, paraphernalia schnaz, right? Why did my husband, who does not watch wrestling, doesn't even know who Chad Gable is, say, who's this bootleg Kurt Angle? Now, I said to him, how did you know that? Because he didn't even know the backstory. I said, you know that he's Olympian? No. I was like, why do you think that reminds you? Chad Gable around Kurt Angle. Just the way how he talks. It looks like him. The haircut. He just reminds me, and how he talks like Kurt Angle. And I was like, rah. Rah. No matter what happens, Chad Gable's always going to be linked to Kurt Angle. Even by the most casual legacy fan. And that's my husband. I was like, wow. Anyway, I don't know. I was just so stunned at what my husband was saying. I was like, wow. And I want Chad Gable to win in life and move away from anything. I want Chad Gable to get a push. Come on now. All of us know he's a great worker. He should get a flipping push. Like today. It's very upsetting. I've got a video about that. Anyway. So a new day comes and blah blah blah. So I didn't even talk about the new day and Rey Mysterio, did I? Oh God, I should have talked about that. Anyway, so I just get upset with the new day because they had the best heel turn, the best one of the best interesting storylines, and it's just been dragging for a whole year now. And Rey Mysterio won, and then the LWO came. I don't know who those two people are. Anyway, so they came and they tried to rescue Kofi, tried to rescue Ray, and that was just stupid. It looked so weak. He looked so weak, man. It was so weak, man. I can't even, it was just, that's why I put it out my brain. Now, they're trying to make Penta as a big star. I love Penta. It's the Penta era. But I'm telling you now, do not put them near any proximity of LWO and Rey Mysterio. So this is what I don't like. All of a sudden, Rey Mysterio's all coming now. So everyone's all lucha. I haven't seen Rey Mysterio so much and doing promos and stuff since Penta. Now, think about this. LWO and that stupidness has happened, and then they put Penta straight afterwards. I'm like, no, don't even put it in this. Put it like 5 segments away from each other, so we don't have to associate the LWO and Rey Mysterio and Penta together. Penta is his own star in his own right. Let him breathe. Not all brown people and Latinos together. Jesus. Okay. Then we see Scarlett and Karrion Kross. And then he was saying, I'm announcing myself in the Royal Rumble. I'm like, I don't care. Who are the Karrion Kross fans? I think he's a great guy. But as a character, I'm like, what are you doing? Maybe he's going to be like the next Roman Reigns, where Vince is like, I'm just going to use him till you like him. And John Cena will use him until you like him. So he says he wants to take on Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Sami Zayn, all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, okay, girl. Then now, Sami Zayn announced what he's been in the Rumble. Why do you have to announce it? When I watch it in a couple of weeks' time, I'll just see you out on what number. It's going to be 30 of you. Why? No more announcements, please. And he's saying that, the heavyweight championship, world championship doesn't define him, doesn't need it in his career. I'm like, yes, you do. What's the point of being a wrestler if you don't have, aiming for the world, for the biggest title? So you just want to be a jobber for the rest of your life. You are a highly paid jobber, but don't be putting down the world heavyweight champion. We all care about the world heavyweight champion. He doesn't need it, but he's like, but I want the world champion. Well, let me tell you, the world champion doesn't want you, especially when you cussed about it. And that means, are you saying that no one believes that you should be world champion? Because and then Kevin Owens says, oh, we can have a world championship match at WrestleMania. If you help me out, I'll help you out. So we don't know if Sammy's going to turn heel. I don't know what Sammy's doing. Sammy's just like doing side mission. I'm going to call him side mission Sammy. Then we go to Bayley and Nia Jax, and I feel it should be a squash match. I feel like Nia should just have squash matches, and the person to beat it, and it means something, because this Annihilator, this big woman, and I mean, not like, I'm not fat shaming, I'm not Jim Cornette. That's a side note. Jim Cornette always talks about Nia Jax or women's appearances and big, and I searched and I looked for his wife, and he shouldn't be talking about bigger or heavy set women when he's and people who are with their futures, and they should look at his wife. I don't like when doing that, but anyway, that's a side note. And I think Nia's so beautiful. Anyway, I feel it should be a squash match. Nia's getting booed, she's a heel, and she's getting legit hate. It's a good match, but I don't feel anything because I've seen this combination 10 million times, and there's so many performers, there's so many wrestlers like Zoe Stark or something like that. I need to talk about Zoe Stark. You are sleeping, the world is sleeping on Zoe Stark because she's in that faction. You guys are sleeping on Zoe Stark. I saw Zoe Stark and I think she is a star. And you guys are missing out. You don't know about Zoe Stark life. Okay, cool. And then we see Roxanne Perez just making lots of facial expressions and all that kind of stuff. And then she does something to Bailey and then she gets kicks out and I'm like blah 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 blah. Nia wins of the night of the Annihilator. And I think she's like the woman of the year. People say Liv is the woman of the year. I think Nia's for the heel. See, the heels don't always get credit. I know Liv is a heel, but whatever. Nia has carried the division and being a good heel to keep storylines going. I think Nia is very underappreciated. Then Rhea comes out and she tries to hit Nia and just like this is poo. This does not look realistic at all. And then all the producers, why all the producers just come when Rhea Ripley's around? Why all the producers and all the people for the Brawl just come when she's around? It's just annoying. Just come equally when everyone's having a fight. And they're just like, oh, it was so painful to watch. But the crowd likes it, and I have to talk about. I have to do these videos, but time is time. And you guys, when I do 10 million videos, you don't watch them. So I'm just like, I'm going to try to pick the best videos which more people are going to watch. Usually, my husband said to me, because I'm going to say my name, you should just have fun. And I'm like, I do have having fun, but it's a lot of work for me preparing notes and stuff like that, and people don't watch it. And unfortunately, there's an algorithm. And I'm not saying I'm doing my content for the algorithm, but whatever I do, I want to use my time efficiently and make sure that you guys see or hear my analysis, So I do take time and put in my day and busy schedule. But boo hoo hoo, no one cares, small violin. So I didn't like when they were doing the out of ring stuff where the producers and the agents were there and the security there and they're just waiting for them to fight again and then get involved and not get involved and just standing like absolute lemons. Like if you really wanted to separate Rhea Ripley, like Adam Pearce was right then. He could have just touched her and get rid of could have done something and he didn't do anything. I was just like, you just look like Wally's. Then we have Judgment Day do the stupid thing. And then we have live Valkyria doing like, I'm just so happy to be here. I did a little vignette. I'm just so happy to be here. I've done this. I went through the fire. I have a raven. I'm from Ireland. Now I used to have black hair, but now I have blue hair. I'm trying to be different. And I'm Irish. I might want to take over Becky Lynch. Da 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 da. I just I know they're pushing her. I just feel like they're making her character so bland. If she's this warrior and goddess and fighter, we need more of that character, not motivational. Like I have overcome mountains. I came from the sea. I survived Irish famine. I won't say Irish famine. Nothing bad. I went here. I went there. I went here. It's like I don't need motivational like speeches. I just want to know what else do you have. Okay, cool. So the irony of having a proven racist of Hulk Hogan a couple of weeks ago for Netflix, just promoting crappy beer, and you have not you, but the WWE has a MLK package. I just like the irony and the corporate shilling, and you do not care about equality rights, you just care about money. But here we go. But Netflix must have told them, you watch Netflix shows, you always have a diversity. You always have a black person, LGBTQ, trans person in the thing. They must have a quota. I don't mind equality. I'm about it. I'm about that life. Don't worry. However, I just think it's so tone deaf. You have Hulk Hogan, and then you're gonna do this LLK package. Then we go to the Pete Dunne. I like Pete Dunne. For the UK fans, I grew up in a similar town to Pete Dunne. I don't have his accent because I'm a bit out, about 20 miles out from where he is, and I think he's very underrated. But he's just booked as a jobber. Very underrated as an undercard. And it's interesting because I don't know what you see, and I'm in the UK. He says Netflix He says, "Oh, I've been not really looked in at Netflix," and then it cuts out. His promo got cut out. So we all know that Pete Dunne's going to lose, and then it was an okay match, but not as great as Chad Gables. Not as great as Chad Gables. So Chad Gable was the best person for his Penta's debut. They call the Canadian Destroyer the Mexican Destroyer. Did you notice that? Okay, cool. So CM Punk does his promo with the crowd. He buries Sami Zayn, says that Sami Zayn is not on his level, and he says he's going to kill Hulkamania. And I thought that was quite good. I think I love to know the process of CM Punk when he does his promos. That was a really good promo. Like, does he just say what he wants to say, or does he have to memorize it the day before? Because it felt like he was just saying it off the cuff. But knowing how WWE is, they must have gave him some time. So to remember all of that, because it was a long promo. To remember all of that, it's long, you know? And to do it in the cadence of how he does it, because sometimes when people have to remember long promos, they take all these big pauses and they walk around and do whatever, but it just comes off so effortlessly, and I really appreciate that. I really appreciate what CM Punk has done with his promos, because most of the promos, 99% of the promos in WWE suck ass. Then we have the PFC, KFC, no PFC, and we have Zoe Stark, and we have, who was in it? Who was it? I can't even remember. Was it Dakota Kai and Io Sky? And I think I can't remember who was the second person in PPFC. That's how bad it was. But all I remember about Zoe Stark was there, and she was the main one. She did some great missile kick. Overlooked. She's so overlooked and underappreciated. Damage Control won. Then it was the Seth Rollins match with Drew McIntyre. Michael Cole was trying to convince that Drew McIntyre was a hypocrite with some stupid reasons. I wasn't even paying attention. Michael Cole is Michael Cole. And I think Wade Barrett is better commentator than Michael Cole, but that's what people want to fight me. But that's another thing. I thought the match was okay. I thought it was a good main event. I felt it was like PLE standard. What I didn't like was the interference of Sammy. I was just like, why are you here? Side mission, Sammy. And it's just confusing now. So Sammy always puts his body in places where he shouldn't. He tries to help Seth Rollins out. Then beats up Drew, and then accidentally hits or kicks Seth Rollins. And then they have this, why, Sammy, why? And all it's just. We need to sort out Sami Zayn's character. Him, Jay, Jimmy, Braun Breaker, Damian Priest, these people are in limbo. we don't know what's happening with these people, and there's so many talented people on the card. They could elevate or have very meaningful feuds, and they're not doing it. It's a shame. All that talent, even get the New Day in. All that talent, and no quality booking and very bad promos. So what you think? I'm gonna give it. It was better than last week. I'm gonna give you that. I'm giving it a 3 out of 10. It could be so much better. I think the Penta thing is saving me. I think the CM Punk has saved me. I think what else? I'm just looking at my notes. See, I like Jey Uso. He gets a pass. So about 3 things. So it's better than nothing. So I don't want to be too bad. Let me know what you think. Oh, let me know about my reviews. I need some likes. I need some comments. I need something. Okay, thank you so much for watching or listening, and see you soon on the next video. Over and